This is Nintendo Power Uncovered, the show where I review the covers of all 285 issues of Nintendo Power. From the great, to the baffling, to the just plain lazy, we're in for the long haul. We're continuing our trek through 1989 in this episode, featuring covers that celebrate Zelda II, The Adventure of Link, Ninja Gaiden, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's a strong lineup of games, but are the covers any good? That's what we're about to find out in this episode of Nintendo Power Uncovered. In order to move on to issue 4, we first need to go back to issue 2. Remember this one? After turning Simon Belmont into a mask-holding, sword-wielding punchline, Nintendo Power's costume department is back to screw up Zelda II, The Adventure of Link. Here we have a mullet-clad Link, decked to the nines with a weird fishnet wrap and a glowing sword. Either this is a picture of our hero looking at the woman he loves for the last time before battle, or he's about to tell the princess that he's running off to join a Richard Marx cover band. The decor is effective, albeit simple. We have 2 large pillars, a nightstand, a flaming pot, and a red carpet. Zelda's room is full of dust, and nobody seems to be the slightest bit concerned. Guys, if Link was a real friend, he'd stop over at the Best Buy and pick up one of those HEPA filters. Dungeon crawling can wait. What we have here is a healthy breathing emergency. Now, with the exception of Link's questionable style and the hair that Zelda clearly stole from Rick James, this is a remarkable improvement over the ghastly Castlevania cover. Still, there's something about these costumed pictures that feels phony to me. I find the reflection off of Link's shield to be distracting, focusing my attention away from what really matters. This is Link reminding a very unconscious Zelda that whatever it takes or how his heart breaks, he'll be standing right here waiting for you. Yeah, we should move on. Thanks to way too many years of living the singles life, I've managed to hone my skill spotting Crazy Eyes. But forget the terrible dates I've been on, because the dude on the cover of this Nintendo Power issue has the craziest eyes I've ever seen. Ryu Hayabusa is already the master of stealth kills, but here he looks like he's more interested in keying my car than stabbing me in the back. He's basically one wrong glance away from turning my entire family against me. Yes, this is another costume photo shoot with mixed results. The good news here is that the prop department got some much needed time off. Instead of real-world objects, Ryu is standing in front of drawn buildings, a forest, and horizon. In the distance is Jackio's fortress, which means that our hero has some ground to cover if he's gonna get there before the full eclipse sends the entire world into chaos. By the way, in case you don't know, that's how this game ends. We covered this entire trilogy in Game Over, the early years, about a year ago. You should check it out. Anyway, for such a simple concept, the cover leaves me with more questions than answers. Like, why are the trees as large as the tallest buildings? How is it that nobody noticed the Jackio's compound in the distance before now? Why is there both a large moon behind the fortress and a partial eclipse? I mean, either the artist thinks that we have 2 moons or we're about to get hit by melancholia. And while we're asking the important questions, what the hell does new hit and cinema display mean? Is that even English? And if that wasn't bad enough, I'm pretty sure Crazy Eyes Ryu keyed my car while I was distracted by those 2 moons. God damn it, Ryu. So, it only took Nintendo Power 6 issues to become just as lazy as all the other magazines on the newsstand. Let's just go ahead and blame the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, who are simply too big to ignore. Here we have your standard artist rendition of Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael, all hanging out in the sewers. They're not doing anything particularly interesting, with the possible exception of Donatello, who's about to enjoy a slice of pepperoni pizza. The whole thing is just so... there. You see, by May 1989, kids around the world had read the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics and memorized the daily cartoons. They knew the characters inside and out, including how each of them should look. Compared to the cartoons, these turtles look a little rough. I mean, the nose proportions are way off, and the heroes seem to have dead eyes. I don't know, perhaps that's a response to the crazy eyes we saw last issue. Ugh. Anyway, the point is that this cover may have fooled my mom, but every kid knew that this was a sloppy imitation of the original. Of course, the sad truth is that Nintendo Power didn't even need to try. Tossing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the cover is a quick and guaranteed way to increase sales. It doesn't matter that they don't quite look right because the game will sell itself. A part of me hopes that Nintendo's artists weren't that cynical, but I'm not sure the alternative is much better. Either way, this is one of the least interesting Nintendo Power covers of all time. It only took us 2 episodes, but we've already found the bottom of the barrel. Or have we? Hey, thanks for watching me review these old Nintendo Power covers. If you liked what you saw here, then you should know that we post a lot of content about classic magazines. Now here's the question I have for you. How would you rank these 3 covers? Do you think I got it right, or maybe I was a bit too harsh? Let me see your reviews in the comments below. In other news, we may be halfway through the week, but I've been saving the best for last. Look for my review of Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove on Thursday, along with a Sega-themed quiz on Friday. In the meantime, I strongly recommend you click that subscribe button, give us a like, and support what we're doing here. Until then.